What's up, y'all? It's Bobby Portis. Just got off the phone with Dr. J. It was a great conversation. I had a couple, Wi-Fi difficulties, and if you hear it breaking up, just keep chiming in, and it'll get better. I'm Bobby Portis, power forward for the New York Knicks, and I'm here with Dr. J, guru and in medicine. So, Dr. J, why'd you get into medicine?
Well, listen, I in college I was good in sciences, and somebody said to me, "What do you want to do?" And I said, "Listen, I love helping people. I love talking to people, hearing their stories, see what makes them healthy, and that's what I chose to do."
Oh, word. What's so crazy is when I was in college, I love helping people as well. I was a business management major, and I had similar aspirations as well of helping others. So I think that's kind of cool what you're doing, and keep it up, man, because we need guys like you in the world to help us for sure.
Well, listen, but we need guys like you to get the message out and have people protect themselves. And listen, I think people know now if they protect themselves,
Yeah.
and they stay at home and they wear masks, they're going to protect their parents and their grandparents and their friends' parents. And those are the people that are getting killed. You know what I'm saying? The older people.
Does the mask really help?
Yes, it does help. So listen, I have a couple of masks right in front of me. Listen, we're geared up for the visors for patients who are coming in who are really sick.
I never saw those.
Those are the visors, when we're doing testing. I did a couple of tests on the street. A couple of people were sick and they needed a test, so I did it on the street. So we wore the visors. These are the N95s. These are the really high. What the doctors are short. The doctors are going to do. This is the N95. But even these little surgical masks, the blue ones, they prevent. You can still get the illness, but if you have it, you're not going to give it to somebody else.
Oh, okay.
So that's important. That's why they're recommending everybody wear a mask.
What about gloves? Like, are gloves important as well?
The gloves are important. So what you would do is you use the Purell, right? You do it thorough, and then you put your gloves on. So when you go to the store or wherever, you're not going to give it to anybody else. You come home. That's what we want to do. We want to prevent us, you and me, who are healthy. We might have it, not know it. You might be like, "Oh, I have a little sore throat today," and that could be the illness. And you give it to somebody else, and they have a poor immune system, and they will die from it. That's what we want.
Can anybody get a test or not? You can't.
Tests are hard. We're trying to keep it tests to people who are very sick, but there are a lot of people walking around that could have it and then really not feeling much. You know what I'm saying? So if we had unlimited tests, if there were millions of tests available, we'd test everybody. But we haven't been able to do that.
What are some symptoms of the virus though? Because I've been hearing like different things of the virus. Like I've been hearing different things, but I don't know like what are some main specifics of the virus.
Well, since most people are having a cough and a sore throat. They get a sore throat, they get a cough, and they get a fever. They feel hot. Most. But some people are having stomach symptoms. They're having stomach pains, a little diarrhea, and they get a fever. But most are having a sore throat, a cough, fever, and they're chills. They're having chills.
Most. What about sneezing? What about sneezing and things like that?
Yeah, some people start off with sneezing, but that's not the only symptom. Because allergies are going around too, right? So if you're sneezing only and you don't have a sore throat, you don't have a fever, then probably isn't it. But listen, the problem is the scary part is there are a lot of young people, your age, 25, 20-year-old college kids, they have a low level. They don't, I'm a little tired today. They probably have it. That's hard because if they give it to somebody older, they get terrible symptoms and they'll go to the hospital,
So I heard like that the virus really only affects like older people. Is that true?
Now, it can affect everybody because everyone can transmit it. But yes, the older people are dying from it. They're getting really sick.
Sorry, man, that's crazy. So say like a toddler, like 5, 6, 7-year-old, they can't get it right.
No, they could get it, but they won't know it. They'll be like, the mother's, he was kind of cranky today. You know what I'm saying? And then, in fact, but they're not very symptomatic. They don't rarely go to the hospital. No, but the kids are having it. The young kids are having it. The parents are giving it to the kids. I had a pregnant lady last week. I did a test on. She just had a baby 2 weeks ago. She has 3 little kids at home. And she said to me, "Can I get a test?" And I said, "Let's call the Department of Health." The Department of Health said, "You don't need a test. You're feeling fine. Your kids are going to be fine." But the kids were sort of cranky, and the kids had it too. I did a test on her. She was positive. Her husband was positive. I didn't do the kids. I didn't need to because they probably had it. But she said they were just a little cranky that day. So they really did, but they had it.
Damn, it's like the whole family had it.
Yeah. The whole family had it.
Wow.
That's what the Chinese figured out. The Chinese figured out that when the families get it, everyone gets it in the family.
See, that's scary, man. See, I'm kind of scared right now as well because it's like you really can't stop it, man. Because like it's spreading so fast throughout the entire world, man. And I don't think people are taking it serious right now.
Well, listen, I hopefully with your messaging, you're getting out there and telling your players that they will, because you know what? We can stop it, believe it or not with medications, but if everybody for 2 weeks, the whole country, listen, our president doesn't quite get it, but if everybody sat there and listened to Fauci and said for 2 weeks, stay at home, wash your hands, don't go out, and if you have to go out to get groceries or something emergent, you put on these masks, less and less people would get it. Less and less people would die from it.
So you think it's vital that everybody really stay at home?
Just for 2 weeks. It doesn't have to be forever. A couple of weeks. Listen, unfortunately, I don't think he really got that
I
together.
don't think we can do that though, man. It's kind of hard to stay at home like for 2 weeks and not do anything, right?
It's hard, but you're with your family and go to the backyard, or if you do have to go out to get some exercise, you put these things on. Stay 6 feet away from people. So if people are coming down the street, you say, "Hey, how you doing? Listen, I'm gonna go over here," and that's the way.
Will this ever end though? Like, will this coronavirus like ever end? Because it's kind of like up in the air. Like the season got canceled, all the major events. It's like a historical thing that we're living in.
Listen, I think it will be less. I think at some point it goes around the world, and a lot of people will get it. I think, listen, it's going to be hard. It's going to take a while. It will slow down. More people will be immune to it, and less people will get it later on. We're just trying to keep people at home and wearing masks and staying 6 feet away from somebody else for a couple of months, and that will make a huge difference.
Are you a sports fan?
Yeah, I grew up baseball. I grew up in the Bronx. So I played a lot of baseball, some basketball. My kids are big basketball. It's all day.
How old are your kids?
I have a 17-year-old and a 13-year-old.
Okay.
He'd be really psyched that I spoke to Bobby Portis.
So your 17-year-old, he's a what, junior this year?
Yeah, he's a junior. Yeah.
Junior. Yeah, I have a 17-year-old brother as well. He's a junior too. He plays football though.
Oh, he does. Oh, yeah. Of course, you're from Arkansas.
Yeah. We all country guys down here.
Did you play football too?
Yeah, I played football growing up. I was actually pretty good at it. I just got too tall in high school, so I stopped playing.
Could you imagine a 6'10" quarterback? That would be amazing.
Nah. I was a tight end. I played tight end.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I was a tight end. How's the situation at home with your family?
I didn't hear you there because I lost the video there for a second.
How's your situation at home with your family?
My wife's a social worker, so she deals with cancer patients in the hospital, so she's worried too. But the kids are okay, and they want to go out. So sometimes we'll go out with them and go with the dog and go to Riverside. We just have to make sure no one's around us. You know what I'm saying?
Do you ever get nervous coming home knowing that you treated other patients and stuff?
Listen, I try to be careful. That's why we have all this stuff. I saw one patient today, so I had to be prepared. I had to have full gown, this mask, right? I wore this mask above it as a double protector. Yeah. Then I had the face shield. Then I had a whole gown over this.
So you put all that on at one time?
Yeah, all one time. I put it all on. A big green mask, gloves, double gloves, working with the patient.
That's crazy.
No, listen, it's not only to protect me, of course, but I got to prevent from giving it to my kids, that sort of thing. So,
have any other doctors gotten the coronavirus?
Oh, yeah, there are tons. At the hospital right now, at Columbia where I'm at, there's 50 doctors there right now who have it. Most of them are at home.
50 doctors?
At least, yeah.
Wow.
Numerous doctors.
So how are they preventing it at home though? Because sometimes I saw a couple of my a couple of the players I play against in the league, they got it. So are they isolated in one room for 14 days, or I don't really understand how
what they would do is if you got it, say for instance you got it. I saw that you're in a house there, right? So
yeah,
what you would do is you'd pretty much stay in your room, and if you needed to go out, you tell everybody, hey, listen, I'm going to come out to the kitchen. Or whatever, and they would either give you food and you'd hang out your room, or if you needed to go out, right, if you're feeling okay, you'd go out with a mask and you're not with anybody, so you prevent that kind of transmission. That's all.
Damn, man. So those guys literally came out the room, had a mask on, and then went right back into the room.
Yes. Yeah.
So like, how'd they eat? Like, is their mom or their girlfriend or something just slid is the food up
Yeah,
on the door?
we'll leave you food outside. I mean, on the table. And then what they could do is they finish dinner and go somewhere else and come and eat dinner, and then they have to wash the tables down. You know what I'm saying? So,
what's the next 4 weeks looking like? With all the struggles of of the economy.
Listen. I wish I wish the president had really done this much earlier. A 3-4 week stretch where the whole country is doing it. It would have been done. But listen, it's going to be now that didn't happen. I think most of the country figured it out on their own. You know what I'm saying? That they had to do it, and the economy is going to struggle. Listen, it's going to struggle. A lot of people are going to lose jobs. Well, think about it this way. My kids are big Knicks fans. I went to 6 games last year. What would happen if somebody didn't get it? Say for instance, this is next year. Somebody didn't get it, and they'll say, "Hey, listen, I never got it, but do I really want to go to a stadium with all these people around?" That's going to be hard. I think it's going to be a little. Things are going to be a little scary for a while.
So you think that? Do you think that sports will come back eventually, or no?
I think so. I think it's going to come back eventually. I think there'll be a lot of playing that's going to happen with more limited fans. They're going to have fans in maybe every other row, something like that. They'll probably do something like that.
Because like it's kind of like up in the air. I know they said that like they're going to try to bring the season back when have no fans in there, but like fans are kind of like what we play for. Having home court advantage.
Yeah, so you need to get the energy from them. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's gonna be kind of weird playing in front of nobody, So I don't know, man. I think guys are gonna start having career highs, getting 70 points and stuff, man. Because like the fans kind of like, they kind of bother you sometimes,
Yes. Well, you're gonna get 70. That's gonna be amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So listen, but are you worried?
Huh?
You're worried? I know.
I couldn't hear you. My internet broke up again.
Yeah, I'm sure you're worried a little bit, right, about your folks and your family.
Yeah, well, not at all, man. Because I'm in Arkansas. It's not that many cases here, and we've been staying here at home for the last 3 weeks, just chilling. Chilling with my mom and stuff. So I'm not really worried like that. The only thing I'm really worried about is people really like still flying and going places. Like I don't understand why people are still flying and taking trips to different states and stuff. But other than that, my fam, everybody's good. My mom, my little brothers are healthy. My grandma, grandpa is healthy. So, everything's good on my end.
So listen, but we got to try to protect them, and what you're doing by staying at home and washing your hands and wearing these masks, even if you go out, you prevent them from getting it.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, man, that people are just starting to now wash their hands. I think we should have been doing that, our whole lives.
Yes, we should have.
Yeah.
This changes behavior. When these illnesses happen, people all of a sudden start saying, I got to take it more carefully. I got to watch out for sneezing, coughing correctly, and not getting too close. But they're gonna change.
Well, shoot, man, I appreciate you, Doc, man, for giving us that insight on everything, man. I really, really appreciate that because, I was just up in the air on a lot of things I didn't really know. I know that, it's the president pushed everything back until April 30th, right?
Yeah.
So everything's crazy. I know back here in my hometown, yesterday, guys were out, driving their cars. Everybody's outside just chilling, but they shouldn't be doing those things. But, hopefully, I think people need to start taking it serious. I'm trying to use my platform to, help others. But, hopefully, people chime into it. And I want to appreciate you and I want to thank you for chiming in.
Well, it was my pleasure seeing you, and we look forward to seeing you on the court and, on the wood, and good luck to you and your family down there. Okay.
Thanks, Doc. And everybody that's watching this, I want y'all to check out getUsppe.org and just to chime in with us even more. So thank you, Doc, for chiming in with us, and thanks.
Thank you. Well, thank you so much. We look for, we could use all the help. We need all the help in getting the masks and getting the word out. And, you guys protect your families, and everyone will protect their families, and we'll all be okay as a country.
You too, Doc, man. Stay safe out here too, and keep doing what you're doing to help others, man. I really, truly am touched by that.
Thank you so much. It was great to see you. Hopefully, we'll see you in MSG. Okay.
Oh, for sure, for sure. I can't wait to get back.